Okay guys, so it's time for another gluten-free review. So against the grain gourmet baguettes. So these actually come in a pack of 2. As you can see, one's already missing. And I didn't do the review with the first one, and I should have. So we're just going to go through this together. So these are gluten-free. They're gluten-free, grain-free, nut-free, gum-free, soy-free, corn-free, and peanut-free. So it's free of a lot of allergens. So the instructions on the back, it says, for best results, thaw 30 seconds in microwave or thaw 30 minutes at room temperature. Refreeze as needed. Do not refrigerate. I have an issue with that. So these are pretty hard. So you can't cut these. I mean, I guess you can use a huge serrated knife, but it's not something that you can just tear a piece off and thaw in the microwave. So that right there is an issue. It'd be nice if the company kind of had these pre-sliced so that you can just get what you want and not have to go through all that trouble. But then I'm going to go ahead and let this thaw at room temperature for 30 minutes, and then I'll be back with you guys, because I don't want this whole thing, so I don't want to put it in the microwave. And it says thaw at room temperature for 30 minutes. So let's wait 30 minutes and then we'll be right back. Okay, so while I wait for this bread to thaw, I am gonna make my morning coffee. I got this water kettle in Japan, but this is the best thing ever in my opinion, because it just can warm up the water. It's, I don't know if you can see that it's boiling right now. You can use it for tea, you can use it for hot chocolate, you can use it to put the hot water into your French press, which is what I prefer, to use a French press for my coffee. So the water kettles like this, highly recommend those for you. And as you can see, it automatically shut off when it was done. So I'm just gonna get this ready while I'm waiting for the bread to thaw. Okay guys, so it has been 30 minutes for wait time for this to thaw as the instructions at room temperature, and my coffee is feeling very lonely. And here's one thing. So it's been 30 minutes, but it's still hard as a rock. Like, I would not be able to eat this. I wouldn't even trust it dunking into my coffee to get it softened to eat. So I'm going to get this ready and put it in the microwave for a couple seconds and see how that does. I wanted to try it at room temperature first, because last time I did do it in the microwave and I didn't like the results. But it's not working out at room temperature either, so let's get that set up real quick. Okay guys, so I went ahead and let it out, let it thaw for the 30 minutes at room temperature, and I am very disappointed. If you think about baguettes, baguettes are not a soft type of bread. They're a little on the crunchy side to begin with, but it shouldn't be so much where you're too scared to bite into it because your tooth might crack off. I mean, that's kind of like the status that we have this, because it was frozen. So I'm just going to cut it with a serrated knife and put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and see if that helps. And as you can see, I'm having to use a lot of force to cut this through. So this is what it looks like in the inside. Typical baguettes do have a lot of aeration inside, which is how you get these little pockets. So nothing new there. And I'm going to put that away. Like I said, one of the things that I don't like about this particular brand is that you're supposed to thaw it out and then refreeze what you don't use. And with a lot of food, you don't really want to be thawing and refreezing. It just takes away from the freshness of it. So that's one of the negative aspects of this gluten-free bread. So especially if you're the only one really needing to eat gluten-free in the household, it's a lot of money, it's a big investment for not being able to eat it in the allotted time. A lot of these things that are frozen and thawed out, you should be eating them within 3 days. Unless I'm eating bread 24/7, that's just not going to happen. So I'm going to put this in the microwave for 30 seconds and see how it is after that. Okay, so that's done in the microwave, and here we go. Now, since this was thawed at room temperature for 30 minutes, we probably could have gone a little less in the microwave. So now it's nice and soft. That's typically how you would expect something to be once it's thawed in the microwave. So now I'm gonna recut. Now, if you can see me cutting this, it's very, I would say, elasticy. Not like the consistency that you would expect or you would want to have in bread, even after warming it up in the microwave. So this is how the inside looks. And you can see the different colors right here when you cut it up after you've thawed it in the microwave. So you've got the really white one here, which that area right there, that's still really hard. I mean, I'm trying to squish it and I can't. That's how hard that piece is. So I'm just gonna take a little bite of this one. It's hot, so gotta be careful not to burn your tongue. And the taste is not bad. It actually tastes pretty good, you know, especially if you put some butter or some jam in it. I prefer jam. Huckleberry is my favorite, but I can't get it over here, so I've resorted to blackberry jam. So with a little bit of jam, that's actually pretty good. So the only thing I'd be worried about is overheating, where that is still extremely hard. You wouldn't be able to eat this portion of the bread. And like I said, the main thing that I'm a little dissatisfied about is that it instructs you to refreeze the portion that you don't use, and you really don't want to be thawing out and refreezing food like that. That's just going to hinder the quality and hinder the freshness. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give this about a 6, only because of the thawing and refreezing aspect of it. And like I said, if you're the only person eating gluten-free in your household, there's just no way that you can eat through 2 baguettes unless you're eating it all the time or you have a really big appetite within a short amount of time, and or at least one portion of the baguette at a time, so you don't have to keep thawing and refreezing. I don't really put price on what these things cost me here. The main reason is because we live in Hawaii, and a lot of things is a little bit more expensive here in Hawaii because of the fact that everything has to be shipped. So what might cost me something $6 here may only cost you $3 in mainland, because we do have to take into account that the companies have to ship it here. But that is my review for this one, and next time I'm actually going to be reviewing these the Krusteaz gluten-free wild blueberry mix muffin mix. So these are certified gluten-free, so this is going to be my next review, so something for you guys to look forward to. Thanks for watching.